Hello and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on my other channel, which is Tabletop Jones Productions presents Two Idiots Playing Board Games, where me and my friend John are the two idiots playing board games. And today, today's a part 2 of something I had started. I have a game that's based on the second Alien movie, Aliens. The game is called Aliens: Another Glorious Day in the Core, and there was an add-on that had pretty much all the Marines and the civilians that they call the Heroes of Hadley's Hope, which is basically, everybody that was in the dropship. Yeah, I guess is the best way to describe it. Basically, I think it's everybody except Bishop. I'm not sure why they didn't include Bishop. But anyway, I did 3 previously, but I got 3 more. I have Pharaoh, which was the pilot. She had, yeah, she was. I remember with her, she was in the pilot seat and she had that helmet, and on the helmet it said, "Fly the unfriendly skies." I thought it was pretty funny. Then you have Spunkmeyer, who was our co-pilot. I don't know if you remember the scene. They had, I guess they weren't supposed to land or anything. They were, and she was yelling at him to get on board, and he noticed there was like some of that slime that the aliens leave behind on like one of the railings, and was gonna say something, but Pharaoh kind of cut him off and said, "No, just get up here." And you never see Spunkmeyer die, but you pretty much see the inference that Pharaoh did, because she turned around in the cockpit and there was the alien's face with the thing ready to come out at her. And so, but anyway, I mean, in my opinion, they were 2 pretty important characters. And then there's Vasquez, the other badass aside from Ripley. And so I'm going to paint these 3 today. So like I said, there's like 15 of these pieces, so I'm doing 3 at a time. So I already did part 1. Actually, I did Drake, which is, I think we saw from the movie that Vasquez was very much in love with. So I did him first, along with Burke and Wiesabowski. I can never remember how to pronounce that name correctly. So anyway, as I go on, I'm probably not going to name every single one I did beforehand. It's easier right now because I've only done 3 so far. So anyway, like I said, this is part 2 of Heroes of Hadley's Hope. First, of course, is priming, because as you see, let me bring them up again. As you can see, none of them are primed yet. Okay, and so we're going to prime them first, do some base coats. And on Vasquez, I know I need to do some of the camouflage design like I did on the last one. But on the other 2, I don't think I have to do it. I know I have on the box. It pretty much shows them all painted. I've been using that as a reference guide. So stay tuned. I'll be back with the priming. All right. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to be priming these Marines from the Heroes of Hadley's Hope. All right, so I'm gonna hold it out here because it is windy today. It's it's full into fall. So here we go. See, the pieces are small, so they don't take that much or that long. Although how long it takes to dry is going to be another story. And I do believe I am getting low on this primer, so it probably means I'm going to have to take a trip to the hobby store sometime soon and get some more. But I always use it as an opportunity to get more paints and look for colors I don't have. And we're done. Done with the priming. Just going to let that dry, and then we're going to start with the base coatings and all the other stuff for the Marines of the Aliens: Another Glorious Day in the Core, or as the package called it, the Heroes of Hadley's Hope. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. And the primer has had ample time to dry, and we're going to get started. So, like I said, with these, it's going to go a little bit differently because of the nature of the set. So it's going to be we'll see. Okay. All right, just give me a sec here. Take these pieces over here. All right, we're going to start with olive green, which is usually the color of military uniforms. Let's start with Spunkmeyer. Alright, so here we go. I recently tried this game out, actually, and it can get pretty darn intense. Of course, in the regular set, they only have resources to use, limited amount. Like not all of them. I had to, you have to get one of the add-ons to have what you need to play all these other characters. So hopefully by the time we're ready to use this on the Tabletop Jones channel, hopefully by then I'll have acquired those add-ons and have what I need to use all the Marines. Because I will say this, I mean it. I did not do well. It was like you could play a solo mission, or you could just do like the missions by yourself. And with the limited amount of Marines available to me, it did not end well. I'll just say that. Oh man, I even took I think I took this one picture. I sent it to my friend John, and it was at a point where Hicks was surrounded by aliens, and I sent it with the message, "I think Hicks is in trouble." And yeah, he's like, he got a good laugh out of it. All right. But actually, none of these characters, well, with the exception of Vasquez, none of these characters were available to me. And from the first video I did of these, I don't think any of those were available. So I think there's an add-on called Ultimate Badasses, where most of the Marines that aren't in the core set, that's where you have what you need to play those characters. And there's a couple others. I think the one for these characters that I'm doing, well, for Spunkmeyer and Pharaoh, there's a add-on called In the Pipe 5x5, which of course deals with the lander that she flew down. So pretty sure that's what I need to get to have what I need to play those two. Vasquez, however, is in the core set. Okay. Yeah, basically using the cover of the box for Heroes of Hadley's Hope as a template, because they do show all of the pieces painted. And with what I'm doing now, I know there's going to be a lot that I have to paint over. But I'm going to get as much as I can. Oops. So I could at least be done with the green. And then, like with the last one, I'll do my best to do the camouflage and all the gear and all that stuff. Just take a look at something really quick. Right. All right. Let's get a little bit in there. Okay. Let's see if I can do anything else before I take a break. I do believe I'm done with the green now. But just in case, I'm going to keep it handy. Let's move on to black paint. Alright, this one I'm only going to be able to do certain things, because there are some things I'm going to have to come back and do over, like the base, but also all the gear, because they got headgear and they got, you know, the stuff that they were using for, you know, the radios. There's that, and I'm going to have to do that again later, because I still got to put down the flesh tones, and I'd rather do that first than just paint the black of the headgear over it, rather than have to try and figure out how to do the flesh tones without painting over that, you know, without painting over the headgear. Alright. But I think we'll still get this done in a timely manner. Okay, not that it's that important, but you know, it's nice to do. Alright, so for Vasquez, get the boots. Okay. Get the boots, and then I think I'm going to get at least the gun, because it's so big, and a lot of the equipment kind of wraps around her body. All right. And at the end of each arm is like the hand has a glove on it, so I can paint that black as well. All right. And she's got a belt around her that I could also paint black, so I can get more Vasquez done right now. So I may as well just do it, right? Okay. Well, I will say this though, for anybody who's curious about the game is worth it. I mean, like I said, it is very intense, or it can be, because you always have aliens appearing everywhere. And, you know, it's like just when you get rid of some, more pop up. So kind of like how it seemed to be in the movies, or at least in that movie. You know, it was just like almost relentless. Alright, trying to get back here. Alright, getting closer to having to let paint dry for a while. Alright. Get all the straps back that are appearing back here. And Vasquez does have a lot of gear on. Alright. Let's get that and that. Alright, so this is coming out nicely. Oh, there we go. It's always good to look at it from multiple angles so that you don't miss anything. Alright. Alright, same with her. I'm going to wait on the headgear until I actually paint the head. Alright, so I'll put that sign right there. Close the black up for now. Alright, we're going to have to let some paint dry now. Okay, so we're going to let that paint dry, and when we come back, I'll try to do flesh tones, because, you know, it's kind of, I think it's kind of important that we do it now so we can paint the stuff that goes over it. And, you know, then before you know it, I'll have to, you know, be doing the camouflage on Vasquez, and, you know, we're just going to keep moving. We're just going to keep going, and we're going to get these pieces done, all right? So stay tuned. And all right, I'm back, and so we're going to start doing flesh tones on them because I need to paint over that with other colors. So we're going to so that's what we're going to do right now. All right, so let's get to it. All right, and let's tilt that down. Oops. That figures. All right. See if I could find the brush I used before on that. Okay, that's good enough. I hope. All right, we'll start with Spunkmeyer. Okay. All right, let's get this in, get this done. Okay. Like I've said in previous videos, or a previous video at the very least, when I do these videos, I usually do them like in clusters or groups. Usually do them in groups of 5, at least that's what I've been doing. I'll get Pharaoh now. And because I don't always have the opportunity to make content, so I figure when I have the opportunity, make as much as I can, you know? And it's a good way to take up a day, you know? I do enjoy doing this, so I figure it's a good way to spend my time. Alright, now. Okay. So here we go with Vasquez. Now, one thing I've noticed with her is, like in the movie, they have the red... Oh, before I do her, I just realized what I forgot to do with Pharaoh. Pharaoh has her arms uncovered. Well, anyway, with Vasquez, they have the red bandana on her head, like she did in the movie. So I am going to do my darndest to get that in and make it look good. Oops. Okay, let's get back to Vasquez now. Alright, so she had all of her arms exposed. Like no sleeves at all. Okay. And let's get this. Alrighty. We are moving here. Now, of course, like I said, with this set, there's like 15 of these pieces. And instead of doing all of them in one video, which would be a very long video, I decided to break it up and do 3 at a time. Alright, let me get more. Do I need to get more of the face? Actually, I don't need to get more of the face. And if I had done the headgear already, I probably wouldn't have gone over it, at least not much. Live and learn, right? Alright, so that is pretty much what I wanted to do. I mean, I will have to take a break because I got to wait for this flesh tone to dry. So yeah, this was a little short bit, but you know, a good one, I hope. And I could at least put away the flesh tone. Okay. Alright, so we're going to let that dry, and hopefully it won't take long. And when we come back, we're going to start, I'll take out the black again, start doing more of the details with the black. I'll start, you know, doing, like for those who are showing hair, I'll do the hair. And for Vasquez, I got to do the camouflage. So I'll start doing that as well. Alright, so, you know, but for now I'm going to take a break. And I'm back, and the flesh tone has had some time to dry, and now we're going to do everything that goes on top of it. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright. So what I'm going to start with is Spunkmeyer. I'm going to do his hair. And figure by the time I've done the black paint on the other two minis, that might be dry enough. You know, the brown paint on for his hair might be dry enough for me to go over it with black for the headgear. Okay, probably did more for his hair than I should have, but at this point I wasn't about to correct. I would have had to wait for more stuff to dry. Alright, I'm going to keep that handy in case I need it again. Now, the black. And we'll go with, actually no. Where's the brush I just used? Ah, there it is. Alright, so Pharaoh has sunglasses. Oh, I thought I was going to have to do something to make it look like like it was shining, but I don't think I will. And the gun. So take a look at. Okay, so now with Pharaoh, take a look. Do kind of have to do a little touch up with the green over here. For some reason, it's a little spotty, but. Alright, you know what? I'll do the bases on all of them later. Alright, so let's put that aside. And Vasquez. So. Alright, so with her it's interesting because she does have blackish hair. And the gear is black. So it kind of would all bleed into one. The only thing that's going to stand out from it all is going to be the bandana. And there we go. Okay. And we got it ready for the bandana. Okay. Didn't go as I planned. I think it went a little better. Alright, I'm going to put the black away for now, because I know I'm going to need it again later. Alright, so I'm going to start with some camouflage on Vasquez, because she is wearing camos. Alright, let me grab this one. Now, just like the last time, there's really no rhyme or reason. Just got to make it spotty here and there. Go here with, I'm going on it now with gray. And then I'll go on it again with white. And when I do the wash, that'll provide the black. Alright, so that was pretty much it for that. Yeah, so stuff like camouflage, you know, where it's like a random splotchiness of color. You know, you could do it pretty quickly. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna wait for that to dry. I'm just gonna put in some white. All right, I just want to take a look at that box for one more thing. Ah, yes, there is some on here. Okay. Not perfect, but it's doable. Okay, now, oh right, I almost forgot. Gotta go back to Spunkmeyer for the gear on his head. Alright, let's move the brushes so they don't fall off the table. Alrighty. And alright. He's going to need a little touch up on the green as well. Okay, now black's got to stay out though, because I need it for the base. Now, I am just going to go ahead and do the red bandana on Vasquez, because I have a feeling I'm going to get this in without messing up anything else. Oh. Let's make sure of it. Let's not put too much on that brush. Actually, I don't like the way that's... Alright. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Sometimes it's good to have confidence in yourself. Sometimes you could actually do what you're setting out to do. Alright, so now let me... Oh, that's the green. Let's do the touch-up on the green. Let's do it now. Alright. Start with Spunkmeyer. That's all that needed to be done. And let's go to Pharaoh. And again, that's all that needed to be done. Alright. So, this is moving pretty darn nicely. Okay, so we can put most of these colors away, actually. So, got the black and got flat aluminum, because we can do the black, and then they have the names of each character on the base, which is very, very helpful. And it really helps it when you in gameplay, so that you don't have to guess. All right, so I'm gonna let the rest of that dry before I do the base, and then after the base, all that's left is the wash. And pretty much I can do the wash right after the base, because with the way these pieces are, I don't need to put the wash on the base. So stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, we've given that paint some time to dry on these Marines, so we're gonna finish them up. All right, we're gonna do the base. So let's get to it. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is put down the black. Okay, now, just realized I hadn't been calling these characters by their full name yet. So this is Private Jeanette Vasquez. Of course, it's like it's set up like a grid, so I gotta actually poke. I gotta actually poke at it in order to get a lot of it to fill in. Otherwise, it's gonna basically just look like a very light coating on the primer. And I'll just, whoop, let's not mess this up now. Okay. All right. So I'll let that dry a bit, and then I can get the name. So here we go. This is Corporal Colette Farrow. She was the pilot that brought them down to the planet. Alright, and this is Private Daniel Spunkmeyer, who is most likely responsible for Farrow dying, because I think he's the one who left probably everything open that allowed that alien to get on the ship. So yeah, sorry I was getting quiet there. I know I usually talk. I was oh shoot. Speaking of, I did not paint Spunkmeyer's gun. Look at that. I'm actually surprised I forgot that. But no biggie, I did it now. Alright. Alright, so one thing I could do now is put on the wash now and then go over the name, let the, because while I'm doing the wash, it'll give that black paint some time to dry, and then I can go over the name with the metallic color so it'll show up. Alright, let me put that there, and let's get this out. Alright. So. Alright. Okay, let's get this all over it. Vasquez. It'll add to the camouflage as well as everything else. And it also helps to bring out facial features, because like I've always said, I don't have brushes or the skill, I think, to do the faces is so small. The best I can do most of the time is just go over it with the wash and let the wash settle in and just bring out those facial features. Alright. This is actually going so fast. Don't think that stuff's going to have time to dry. I may have to try to just do it now. You know, go over the name, that is. Alright. Let's put the wash away. Okay, flat aluminum. Let's give it a good shake. So basically I just got to get it on the brush. Like a good, good portion of it that's not watery, and then just lightly go over the name. And it should make every letter stand out. Alright. Went on a bit too watery for my liking. Alright. Not perfect, but not totally horrendous. Alright. So I'll go over it and then dab it. And it shows up a bit better. Like I said, not perfect, but not totally horrendous. All right. All right, next time I'll choose a better color. Or do I have a better color now? Oh wait, actually I think wait, do I? Keep grabbing the wrong one. All right, let me try something. And if this works, then I gotta remember it for every other time I do this. Oh, I don't have high hopes already. Alright, never mind. Alright. Okay. A little bit more. Come on, work with me. There we go. Alright, just give me a sec to get them ready for presenting. And here you go. More of the heroes of Hadley's Hope. You got Corporal Colette Farrow, you got Private Daniel Spunkmeyer, and you got Private Jeanette Vasquez. So this was Heroes of Hadley's Hope, Part 2. Another 3 to go. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And please like and subscribe and share these videos as much as possible. Try to give the channel as much exposure as we can. And please also check out Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And again, like and subscribe over there as well. And please take care of yourself and have a great